political turmoil,
national security,
climate change,
humanitarian crises,
violent extremism,
the drug war,
women's rights,
nuclear proliferation.
When I look at the trajectory of the 21st century, we don't have the luxury of saying nuclear proliferation or climate or terrorism or anything else is the next existential threat. It's going to be a crowded agenda.
If you want to live in a society that is receptive to new people and ideas and commerce and travel and globalization, it means in a world of, 7 or 8 billion people, something's going to happen.
If you're going to deal with those issues, you have to understand the surrounding geopolitics and foreign policy dimensions.
The Council on Foreign Relations is an unbiased, unvarnished view of policy.
And what we want to do is start a conversation in this country about the need for Americans to be better prepared for the world they're about to enter.
The debate among the thinkers, the intellectuals, the writers, the battle of ideas that is waging around the world is taking place in the Council of Foreign Relations.
People around the world look to the United States. We are still the best form of self-governance. And the Council on Foreign Relations tries to bring together a nonpartisan approach.
People have differences of opinion, even on the same panel, and they appreciate their esteemed colleague, but they disagree.
The Council is a place where people can try to get to some common understanding.
Foreign policy can be so daunting, it can be so scary for people, and yet CFR makes it very accessible.
We've never had a generation more globally attuned than this one. The internet has totally broken down national barriers.
It's our hat as citizens that we need to embrace when it comes to our influence on foreign policy.
What happens in one part of the world inevitably is going to affect what happens here at home.
To really have a sense of what not only the objective truth inside a country is, but the emotional truth inside a country, you want to hear from people who are marinating in that environment as professionals each and every day.
At the Council, you essentially have every type of foreign policy expertise imaginable, all in one place.
Having that understanding, that education, and the background of, how did certain crises evolve and what are the practical solutions?
people feel that they can really speak out and they can ask difficult questions and get real answers.
You want to hear from intelligence people, you want to hear from policy people, you want to hear from NGOs.
You read the headlines, you read the newspapers, but then you're trying to go deeper. One of my go-to resources, of course, is foreign affairs.
As a journalist, a lot of the information is pertinent to what we cover on a daily basis. I don't think you can ever get better quality expertise and of conversations as you do here at CFR.
The intellectual quality and rigor of what we do.
And the connectors that come into the council who take that information and then disseminate it out into larger audiences, that's a breathtaking thing.
The council work is so grounded in facts and what's happening in the world without an agenda.
We're not political, we're not ideological.
We don't take institutional positions here. We don't take money from governments. We want our ideas, what it is we say, what it is we write, to simply be judged on their merits. This policy-relevant space that's both intellectually solid, but still applied, still connected to reality, that's the sweet spot we try to operate in.